100 of those potions that I can sell. Oh, that's good. Somebody's selling hyssop for below the buy order. I'm gonna buy all of it. Anything below 51 cents is just free money. Straight up. Plus it like helps me a bit. I mean, it doesn't keep it cheap, but it... Yep. And then we come and... And then we use it to buy hyssop. More and more money to buy hyssop, honestly. No, no. See, more and more money for more and more hyssop. Pretty much. It's kind of funny, but... yeah, I didn't, oops.
Warp drive active.
Six jumps isn't bad. Stop, 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 stop.
Warp drive active.
There, see, someone else bought it all while I was doing it. And they all pulled because they're like, wait, is it cheaper than it is? And but I made money. I made money off of it. All of that sold
Docking
immediately.
Request accepted.
Well, I made money, you know. I think I do want to invest in hyssop. I think it's okay. I think it's an okay thing to spend it on. But honestly, a buy order though. No, I'll keep my money. Oh, I got pulled away from this last time. The stupid 9 gates one is so annoying. Eye of Horus or whatever.
You've been examined.
Yeah, you know, I think I just screwed up a little bit. I can't go back, can I? Nope, they're like, nope, you can't get up. Nope. Because the PvP, you can't get up. And now I have to go around the long way. I want to go back and I want to buy a musket for this spec. And that way I can, like, shoot deer. I'll use the flail and a musket, whatever weapon I want to level. Yeah, and I'll buy a musket. Because I can't kill this deer, and that's embarrassing to me. I'll buy a musket and a bow. Most expensive ones I can, or I said the cheapest ones I can get for at the highest eye level. Oh yeah, I have a mount. I don't know. There's a trade post right here. I don't have to go anywhere. Yep. So we'll take a look at, yeah, we're looking for one-handed. I'm looking for two-handed weapons. Musket. Eye level of 700. We'll go down. Oh, price range is 1 to 100. Yeah. And yeah, so we can see that here's a cheap ass musket for 692 for fucking cheap. Like, you know, 692, you know. So I guess I will take like the cheapest piece of shit I can get, right? Yeah, that piece of shit, because it still does a lot of damage. Yeah, it's fine. It's I mean, as far as muskets go. This one has a fire one in it, and I'm tempted to spend money, and I think I'm just gonna buy that guy. And then let's go buy a bow too. Bows, right? Yeah. Bows, and yeah, we see that for 17 I can get that, but maybe yeah, maybe we spend a little bit more. No, I'll spend 17 on 691, I think, or whatever. Yeah, guess who really cares? Yeah, just buy that. Cool. And then we'll go back to Everfall to put gems in these, as well as purchase bullets, I guess, but only a stack for, I don't know. No, I don't want bullets for these. I don't want to have to carry them around. I don't want to have to worry about them. Now, where am I right now? Fuck, I don't know what I did here. What did I do here? I came to the right place, but I don't think I need to worry about aggro anymore. I'm gonna run my sheep now. Oh, loud. I thought I'd turn the music off. Get out of it. Get out of it. Why do you guys do that? That's so annoying. The music is off. That was like blasty, blasty. Maybe we turn this down like a little bit to like 76, yeah? So you weren't blasting me anymore like that. Fucking annoying. Okay, so we have a new bow and a new... oh, I only have to buy one gem, but that's alright. So we're going to put der and this, right? Also, I want to get the keybinds right. So to me, this would be... Yeah, so key bindings for sets, right? Yeah, for toggle select your set is comma. But actually, I would like that to be B. Yeah, yeah. And can we just do B and then numpad 1 and numpad 2? Yeah, I can also keep my numpad 1, but also I can just hit B and go logging, right? Yeah. And now I have a shield on in this set, which doesn't make sense. It's only good for that set. It's not good for this set. Take it off. Yeah. Yep. And while I don't have like a roll for some reason, because the shield's back on. No. I told you to take that off. Take that off. There we go. There. Now I have a roll. Yeah. And now I'm like all super like, you know, agile and stuff. Yeah. Hell's yeah. I don't want to use ammo, but I don't know. Like, I guess I could. Yeah, I could use ammo in this. Like, what's wrong with that? We'll go buy ammo. There's something wrong with that. So, ammunition, iron,
The
steel,
asteroid is depleted.
out ammunition for arrows. No, wait, clear the... Okay, so 37 each. Okay, so... I can't even afford this. God damn it, man. That's how much those are? That's silly. Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather just run off free because, like, who cares? I frankly don't care about that. I suppose it helps later on when I have, like, a lot of money for ammo, I suppose, but... Do I have any points in either of these weapons? Musket and bow. No, I don't. Well, that's cool. That's fine. Alright, so now we're going right back where the fuck I was, which is, like, I was running to this place for some reason. I figured I would run... I think Eden Grove was actually the perfect place for me to be. Okay, so I did not summon the sheep yet, so let's... Oh, I'm on the wrong macro set. I wonder how fast Black Mage can kill one of these things. Oh my god, shut up. Yeah, this looks like I'm in the right place. Like, I'm focused on chopping trees right now, so I think this is where I should be. I'm just gonna follow roads to objectives and chop trees and stuff along the way. And do stuff like kill mire fiends, yeah. Ooh. And in a way, I'm leveling weapons. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. Leveling stone cutting. Oh, what did he do? Oh, I'm not attacking. Okay, why am I not attacking? Never mind. The sheep own the fucking ant without me. Without even taking any damage, barely. Well, shit, yeah, I'm doing this wrong. Well, now that I have money off of the pauldrons, we'll just grind ants like this. Fuck this and not even worry about it. Yeah. I wish you would expand New World. It's so annoying, but it's alright. Like, it's fine. It's fine windowed. It won't run all these clients at once without problems. It's so annoying. Get rid of you, and you, and you. Let's look at New World money making. And we'll look at from the last that we have notifications, huh? Oh, oh. Miss seeing me on Twitch? I'm on Twitch. I'm on Twitch right now. I'm on Twitch every day. Miss seeing you on Twitch. Oh yeah, okay. Okay. I don't know. New World Gold Farm, 7 best ways, money making 2023, farming gold and expedition, concealed vaults. Farming gold and expedition, concealed vaults. Raw, easy gold, New World today, J-Oddity. Let's see what he says. This is what everybody's saying, but we'll see what he says. Oh, did you mute or what? Make it bigger. Make it bigger and expand. What are we doing here? Why are you
Probably
muted?
heard quite a few times, but the way you currently get the gold is a little bit different. Effectively, you need to do your dailies. So what exactly are those? There's a couple of little things, and the first one I want to talk about is your faction missions. So if you don't know, you get a 10 times boost for your first 3 faction missions of the day. That means you get 10 times the amount of gold. Now I personally actually choose to do this doing PvP, but the gold if you do PvP is a little bit less than the gold if you do PvE. Now, the best ones are obviously like dungeons because they give you a lot of gold and then you get gold in the dungeon, which we're going to come back onto in a moment, by the way. But 3 quests, it's not going to take you that long and you'll get maybe somewhere from like 600-700 gold, something like that. Definitely worth doing in today's economy. Then the next thing you want to do is get the gold from either major corruption breaches or the named
Thank you, J-Oddity, for the excellent content from your stream. I'd like to sub to your channel.
In the Elysian Wilds. This gold is actually the same gold, so don't be thinking you can get it like multiple times. However, you can get it twice. So either 2 named bosses or 2 corrupted portals, or technically 1 corrupted portal and 1 named boss. Whatever, right? Now it has to be major breaches, but you can actually get this from low level breaches. So if you see like a low level 35 one that you can just want to like go over and quickly annihilate, you do that. You open your box, you get 250 gold in it. As I said, you can do that twice. Or, as an alternative, what you do is you go to Elysian Wilds, and you know the little skull icons? Well, they're a little bit bugged, and sometimes the mob actually isn't there, which is very frustrating. But if you can find 2 of those enemies, they're not that hard to kill. They will also drop the sack of coins, which again have 250 gold in them. So in total, that's 500 gold from that, and probably like 700 gold from the faction missions. But wait, there's more. At the moment, there are also concealed vaults. Now you get these from any chests in the game. So the low level chest count, as well as the high level elite chests that you get in Brimstone Sands, etc. So you can solo this one very easily in a low level zone, or you can go on an elite chest run and get it that way. I think you get 3 of these, and these contain like a random amount of gold. generally somewhere between like 150 and 200. And I think those are currently planned to stay. It might be that they change the concealed vault goal, but for now I don't think there's plans to change those. There is also a seasonal amount of gold. Now sometimes this is very high and sometimes it's not so high. And right now it is the turkey boss and it's the Turkulon event. Now it's not actually the big boy turkey that gives you the gold. Right now what you need to do is actually skin just normal turkeys and you get a baggie about once every 3 kills. And you can get this up to 3 times a day. So technically if you kill 9 turkeys you should have about all 3. Although if I'm honest, I've been getting it way quicker than that. And again in those bags you get somewhere between 50 to 200 gold. It's a randomized amount. Keep in mind that the gold here does change. So for example, when it was the Halloween boss, you actually got this gold from doing the Halloween event, and once the Christmas event turns up, you actually get this gold by going opening presents in the towns. I'm not sure if it's capped at 3 or 12 on the Christmas event. In the past you used to be able to get gold from all the trees. I don't know if that's going to be the case this time around, but you definitely want to pay attention to that if you need gold. All in all though, that gold could be anywhere from 1,500 gold to maybe even upwards of 2,000 gold. That's not bad. It'll probably take you like half an hour maybe, at most maybe an hour. And the only really contentious issue is the corrupted breaches or the named enemies, because technically people can farm those instead of you. But in general, I found that they're not too hard to find. So you got to make sure you're doing your daily gold, just because at this point gold is like, well, real gold I guess, but it is very sought after. But I also want to talk about a different way, which is definitely not something I think most people will want to do, but if you actually do want to do it, it's going to net you about 10,000 gold a day, and that will take you about 3.5 hours. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about getting a group of 5 of you, so you and 4 friends, or 4 randomers, it really obviously doesn't matter. And what you do is you go and run a low level story mode dungeon, because in the dungeons, each main boss gives you about 150 gold. The best one that we tested when we were trying to do this was Genesis. Now it's not because it's got loads of bosses, but simply you can run through Genesis just killing the bosses that drop gold very quickly. Me and 4 people on stream could do this in about 7.5 minutes, and we were just like a random group of people. We weren't really talking together apart from the fact that I was streaming, and it took about 7.5 minutes per kill, and that nets you about 400 gold. Now keep in mind that you actually can get the quest as well from the faction vendor, so if you're trying to get your daily gold as well, it might be worth going to the town and just sort of sitting at the faction vendor, pick up the quest, do a run, and in the quest pick up another quest and just keep doing it like that. Now at about 7.5 minutes each run, let's call it maybe like 8 or 9 minutes, because obviously you need to get out and maybe you need to get people in. There's a couple of interesting metrics there. It'll take you about 3.5 hours to do all 25 runs. However, you would net approximately about 10,000 gold. And don't forget, you'd have all the items, all the dark matter from salvaging the items and stuff like that. Could actually be relatively profitable. Now I know 3,000 gold per hour might not be like super insane, but it's guaranteed if you can get the people, that's raw gold going in your pocket. However, obviously doing 25 runs might be a little bit boring. If you do about 12-13 runs though, which will take you about an hour and a half, you can get your 5,000 gold per day, which of course is the equivalent to the chromatic seal. And that's one thing a lot of casual players are struggling with. And I know it's not exactly casual content to run a dungeon like 13 times back to back speed running it, but I just thought I'd mention it because it is pure raw gold, and right now there is a little bit of a gold problem in the economy, especially for casual players. Hardcore war players, by the way, are still getting like hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of gold from the towns, and that, while it's way less than what it used to be, is just much stronger now because gold is so in demand. So in effect it's sort of worth more, if you understand what I mean by that. But for casuals, yeah, there's a bit of a struggle. So I would recommend you do your dailies, and then maybe at the weekend do like 2 hours worth of Genesis farming. You can do 25 runs per day, by the way, when it comes to normal dungeons, as opposed to mutations where it's 35 per week. Just quick note about the chromatic seals, I have now confirmed that it is once every 3 days when it comes to the winter event. So anybody curious about that question, that's the answer. So that's it. Just thought I'd mention ways of making more gold. Obviously you can get gold from doing like outpost rush and stuff like that. If you do mutations, even like M1, you still get the gold from the bosses, pretty much the same as an M3. So you can do that, you can do outpost rush, and then that's probably about it. There's not many true ways of making raw gold in this game. Anyway, big shout out to my Patreons. If you want to support the channel, then that is the best way. Otherwise, as I said, come and follow me over on Twitch. I don't actually stream on Saturday, so the next time we'll be streaming is Sunday. But get ready, I think big things are coming to New World, and I'm going to be talking about them over on Twitch. Other than that, I hope you have a most beautiful, beautiful day. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.
There is a lot of raw gold farms, but he doesn't see it the right way.
Friends, today we're going to be watching the New World Forged in Eternum community Q&A for November 2023. It does look like they've got some pretty exciting stuff to talk about here. For me, where is it? There was one about locking attributes. If they plan to lock attributes to gear sets, God, that would be so good, dude. Imagine if you could change a gear set, it would change all your attributes with it. I would love that so much. Fingers crossed that's what they actually mean. If you're watching this on YouTube, if it does go to YouTube, I'll put a link to the video in the description down below. But you guys seem to enjoy these sort of reacts here. So, yeah, let's go in and see what they have to say. Also, I noticed it's not Scott, Dev, and Katie. I think it's Scott, and Dave. So, you got double Scott action. I think that's Scott on the left. Find out.
Why don't we get more info about why you make certain balance changes? AGS just makes random, explosive changes, but misses to underline it with reasoning and goals for us to comprehend.
The truth is we have a 20-sided dice we keep in the back.
I thought it was the blind monkeys type thing.
It's a dartboard. Yes, it's a dartboard.
I hope I mean, that's a serious question. I hope they do give a serious answer.
Hey everybody, welcome to Forge in
Unless that is what they do.
All things
There's Scott. So that's Scott,
and I
chat.
hope you all
Scott
had
Lane.
a great holiday weekend wherever you are. Today we're doing the November Q&A. So with that, I'm going to hand it off to Lovin, and we are going to get started immediately.
Can you tell us why Season 4 has less content? What is new to the game, as many of the features on the roadmap are either not happening or later in that season?
You know, what's causing the delay, Scott?
I tried to address this in the game dev or the development update. We're coming off of a huge release, the return of the Rise of the Angry Earth expansion, and
Huge.
we had a few quality.
It wasn't huge. It was
So
a
we wanted to
rework
make sure
zone
that going forward,
and
doesn't
another
happen again.
zone.
We want to focus on high quality deliverables, and so because of
It
that,
wasn't
we
like
decided to hold
Brimstone.
a few things back. On top of that, you know, when we talked about Cross-World Expeditions, which was planned for Season 4, we really wanted to lean into it and go for a full pug finder because we think that would be a much better experience for players, and that's going to cost us a little more time as well. So we're hearing people say they'd rather us go a little slower and deliver at a higher quality, and we're going to do that in earnest going forward.
What do you think about that, chat? Go slower, but get it right? I mean, I kind of like it. I don't know. I mean, in an ideal world, they would go fast and get it right, but clearly that can't happen, so the compromise that they take longer to get features into the game. I don't know.
I want them to fix the client. It's got obvious problems. It's close.
Either way, you know, it's like a rock and a hard place, right? You know,
I want them to fix the UI in the
They
client.
have to actually get it right. That's true. If this feature comes in and it is bugged now, you know, if they take more time and still get it wrong, holy flip! What do we do? Yeah, I still don't trust them to get it right. Yeah, there's a bunch of you guys saying that. That could be rough. Another question here on the loot system. Let's see.
All right, new loot system. Is great that we can drop something that we were already wearing, using, but why are all these staff still dropped with totally random perks? I got INT gloves with STR weapons perk. This is a situation where after 35 expeditions, I can't get any single item that I'm able to use. Do you see the problem, or it's intended?
So this question is about loot biasing. So the way loot biasing works is that some percentage of your drops will be loot biased. It's important to realize not all of them are also, right? So sometimes they're not. And that's good because it'll allow you to get loot in different
The asteroid is
It's a
depleted.
pretty good feature.
What loot biasing does is it makes sure that the attributes in the weapon are aligned.
But the
and we've
perks can
also
be
removed
complete
some of the
garbage.
uninteresting perks from those loot biasing perks. But we don't currently bias weapon perks, so those can sometimes be a mismatch. And I think, you know, that's partially intentional because I think we want those perks to be very special and something that may be more oriented towards crafting, or you have to get a special named item. So that's the way it currently works, and no immediate plans to change that.
I think that's probably okay.
All right,
We would have this so
many
fast.
gamers leaving again because of the missing grind. Instead of ward, we have now enchanted ward and health. Every second player is using a fire staff, and there is no reason to craft anymore once you have your 2 to 3 sets. I bought every season pass, many skins, emotes, and the DLC. Why should I continue to play?
Oh,
Well, first, thank you for your deep commitment.
So the question is like, why should I keep playing the game? Because I've got my gear sets, you know, I've done that. Like, what's the reason to keep playing now? So that was the question. Why should I keep playing New World?
Playing the game so much, buying all that stuff, like we appreciate it, and we try to make the game as good as possible. I think we've learned in the past that having too much grind is a bad thing, and so we've pulled back on that and tried to make it more fun and make the chases more interesting. That can change gameplay with things like artifacts. Once you get through that, there are still a lot of other things you can do.
There is, and I'm remembering now. There's still a lot to do.
I mean, you can play music instruments. There's fishing. All
there's
the other
like
trade skills.
the
There's working on your
crafting, the
house,
trade
there's changing your character
skills.
through transmog. I think there's multiple vectors
The
that
housing
can
and the
generate
trophies. The
player.
trophies are the big
We had
one.
to try to buy a
They
ton of
never
products
talk about it,
and
but trophies take
supplies
forever.
for trade
The amount of
skills.
money it takes and
Totally
dedication,
appreciate you playing, and I'm
the
sorry
money,
that
the skills,
took
all of
away,
that.
like, some of that end game grind for you, but hopefully you can find some fun in other areas.
So Scott's solution is, if you're finding it hard to find what to do, go fishing.
Go fishing.
And what was the other? Chest runs. There you go. Fishing and chest runs. Now, I mean, it's true. It's true what he's saying, that there is, you know, there is a wider variety of content in New World. The problem is, if you just like one particular thing, like if you just like PvP,
Yep.
then
You're
you don't have
fucked.
much to do. And
Yeah, you're
saying
fucked.
to a PvP player, you should go fishing, or you should do a chest run, or you should decorate your house with furniture, it's just not gonna work.
I don't know why
They
you want
more
PvP in
content
Dark
they
Souls.
enjoy.
They don't make the games good enough to make it
No,
fun.
not the best answer. I get what he's saying, but at the same time, it doesn't really.
It can be
work if
close.
you're
It can be close to fun,
You're
but it
into
never
fishing.
feels fair.
yeah.
The rubber bandy latency
been
of
enjoying,
third-person
like, for me,
clunky
it's been an
titles like
opportunity
this,
to try out
they
new
don't
builds,
lend
right? 'Cause
themselves
it
to
is a little
PvP
bit
very
easier.
well.
It's like, hey, let me try out some different things, which has been really fun. And artifacts play well into that, right? Like every time
Nope,
you get an
don't
artifact,
care about the artifacts
I
at
wanna
all.
create a build around this.
I wish you had done more with the
Just
crafting,
to
honestly.
clarify, by the way, I think it should be like, it's not bad for them to try and encourage you to do other things. Like with the PvP rewards track, some players who just strictly do PvE, they just do fishing or they just do mutations, and now they have to jump into 3v3 arena. Some of them are enjoying it. Maybe
I
not
don't like
a lot of them,
3v3.
but I don't think it's bad to encourage people to do different types of content, but yeah, I don't know. I still see why some of you guys aren't happy with that answer.
Yeah, and also like the outpost rush and arenas, they change every time.
Mr.
No matter
Stretchy
how
D,
you
thank you for
play,
the
I
prime
still
sub.
find it fun. It's challenging. It's that
Thank you, Mr.
people,
Stretchy.
Let's cue the arena and my lumberjacks
When will
gear.
Dark Ascent be fixed?
The heart rune.
That will be
Oh yeah.
discussed
Uh
in the next
oh. Maybe I better take it
Senior
seriously.
gameplay engineer.
Okay, cool.
And that was an instant cue.
Very
Jesus.
Stop putting prismatic drops in aptitude boxes. This is breaking the farm market. The market will collapse in 1 month.
Boom.
I love the great omniscience here.
Alden, hey, thanks for the 100 bits.
1
I
month.
do believe, you know, and we're
Scott
gonna talk
Senior
about
and
this
Scott
more, there
Junior.
are
Which
some
it did.
issues
He's
with
right.
me. I
He is
don't
right.
believe, like,
He's
the
right.
prismatic items right now are holding their value pretty well. We definitely saw a decrease over time.
Oh,
which
this
is
doesn't
normal,
take
right?
anything?
Like,
Okay.
They come out white hot, especially because they're all cooldown based. And they've come down, but we've seen the prices sell.
Am I the only one in here? It doesn't seem like it.
So
No, no, here
we're
we
not
go.
seeing anything right now. We will keep our eye on this. Obviously, if they did start to decrease again, we would look at it. I think the aptitude boxes are a place we would look. Also, we have some of the nodes a little higher. So
Wait, are they putting prismatics into aptitude boxes, chat?
Are you sure the
I
way
didn't know
you
about
balance perks makes your community happy? For example, shirking heals was broken at the start because of the interaction with the Ankh.
Yeah.
Has been fixed and balanced. With the last update, it's been nerfed again, but now that it has tens of CDs, it's a completely useless perk, and anyone who has it in their gear should simply throw it away and start over again.
So let me just step back here, because this is a great question, and I think we are happy about some things and unhappy about others. I think what I am really happy about is that the pace of change, like how often we put up balance updates, has increased dramatically previous to last year. If you remember, we were admittedly a little slow, and that was a goal of ours. Let's make balance changes more often, and I think we've hit that. I'm very happy with that. I think the magnitude of our change here recently might have been a little bit too strong.
What?
I think
Oh my
especially
God.
with
I agree.
balance, like I like making big meta shifting changes with expansions or when we do a big perk rework.
Got him.
Outside of that, I think we need to be making a little more constrained changes and sort of pushing our way towards balance. So here, I think, you know, with the Shirking Heals, I do think we overshot a little bit. We'll go into details a little bit in Banners of Power on
Are they
why
gonna
we did
unnerf
that.
it?
The two died, huh?
That in the past, if you go back a year earlier, there was a lot of feedback that we weren't making enough change fast enough. We were nudging forward, nudging. Sometimes you have to go too far and then pull back. And I think this is an example where we probably did that, but a lot of the other times it's worked out, and this one, it's correctable.
What are you going to do about the gold sink? People are quitting.
Well, here we go, chat.
Economy. It's a hard topic. Right now, I can observe the situation that in many different cases we are not able to earn money.
Yeah.
Loot from the dungeon is 99% bonded, unable to sell it.
Chat's always saying this stuff.
Crafting. The product is cheaper than all the massively crafted gold sink strain while it's mostly from casual players.
Nobody has
Will
gold.
you be able
What?
to justify the crafting gold sink? It costs 55,000 gold per week on chromatic orbs and Azoth inductor with little ways of balancing this out. Could this be added to mutations? Have you tried to fix resource prices?
It keeps
it's
going.
getting worse now and seems out of balance. For example, the prices of runewood and spin fiber are very cheap now. How do you fix it?
Yes, the chromatic seals and the Azoth inductors are a big gold sink right now.
Yeah.
And generally that's more of an opt-in situation. So the more time-rich players have a lot of
What?
stockpiled
Oh, God.
and things like that are spending on that. And because it's a time-based thing, it's something that more casual players that accumulate some wealth can also participate in and not feel like they're
Oh my God,
that
killed
does
him.
slow down the rate of how much is being crafted in the economy, and that goes to the prices of the resources that you mentioned that were crashing. In the winter update, we're
Good
going to
fight.
have additional sources for chromatic seals and
Nice.
the Azoth inductor. So that should actually increase the
Oh, I
rate
got a kill.
of higher end items being crafted and bring those prices back up, you think?
And it's important to note those are additional ways to get these, right? So we'll still have the faction store, but there are additional ways, and there are ways that won't have coin sinks in them. So it'll be.
See, if that pays gold, I'll do it.
Casuals, super casuals.
It was fun enough.
Can get very easy.
Yes.
Just gotta pay
and
gold.
That's a really good point because
Still don't feel like this answers the
because
question.
Crash,
our main
did you?
goals in the economy
That
is to
sucks.
prevent
Oh, no,
like
no,
a
no.
huge wealth gap between time-rich players and more casual players, right?
Or that
and
exists,
so,
though.
from the data that we've been looking at, the what we call the Gini index, right? Which there's a deep dive video with the economy team, so you can go look that up to get more information on that. But the ratio between how much wealth more casual players and like very hardcore players have has shrunk with this change, and so that was something that we wanted to do, and it's meeting our.
Damn it. I wish it would give. Is it BOE? No, it's
I feel like
BOP.
it's
I wish it
literally
would give
answered the question there.
gold.
They kind of like answered things
3
around
gold.
the edge of the question. But they
One
still-
dark matter.
still
What is
ultimately
dark
didn't
matter?
answer the,
What?
like, the gold
Where is
sink
this dark matter
maybe
stuff?
maybe they want the gold sink then.
Matter.
They're just not saying it, but they want to.
It's a
slowly have
BOP
everybody
legendary
lose all of their gold.
resource.
Apart from.
Oh
like,
yeah, I remember
coin
now
rich
for
or
upgrading
the,
stuff. I think
the
yeah.
gold buyout,
At the kiln.
basically.
Yep.
They just need to remove the gold from owning a city and give some other perks that fixes the gold issue. Yeah, but then would there be enough reason? I don't know. I genuinely wonder if wars didn't have any gold tied to it. Would it? I wonder how that would affect the content. If there was no gold in gaining territory, it was purely just for the enjoyment of war. There would definitely still be some players. I wonder how much of a change that would make. I'm not saying they should do it, but it's an interesting thought. They want to shrink the wealth gap, which they said is being accomplished. So I guess they're just gonna leave it going for now, then, right? Max and Mad Lady, good to see you, bud. Shulgi, thank you so much for the 4 months. All right, let's go next question, chat. Let's go. How long we've been watching for? 10 minutes? Okay.
Will there be option added for Magnify that we can lock the attributes we added?
Yes,
So eating
please.
food will not change whole set.
Please.
Also, when Amplify going to be added to the game?
Please, 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 please. That question, chat. Look at that question. Will there be an option for Magnify so we can lock attributes we added? Yeah, dude, come on. To not. Will there be an option for Magnify to not screw us over? Please. I hope there's a good answer to this.
So we've talked about Magnify in the past. Our stance on this is still the same. No immediate changes planned. We sort of like how it works in that I think it works well with like 2 to 3 pieces of Magnify. Once you start getting more, it can make some swaps difficult. But for a single build, I think it's very casual friendly. And if you go a ton of Magnify, it can create issues. But I think that's part of the pros and cons of this, right? The balance is like, hey, I can easily get a Magnify thing, but then it may become a little more challenging. Or I can get a custom drop or craft something, and then it works better with my build. So that is working. I will say we are still looking at it. You know, we may make some changes, but nothing really planned in the near term.
Warp drive
Dude,
active.
I want to say, okay, Dave, in response to this, Mr. David V, you say, oh, you could just get a custom or crafted drop. You can't, dude. How do I get a custom or crafted version of this thing? Okay, I'm forced to have Magnify with this. Most people, as we move further into the game and we get more artifacts, you will always have a minimum of 3 artifacts in your build. You can have an artifact weapon, artifact armor, artifact jewelry. Unless your solution is just don't use artifacts, but that seems dumb. What? So if you're using 3 artifacts, you simply cannot afford to have any gear with Magnify because it's forced upon you through the artifacts. So I think. Stinky answer. Don't like it, Dave. I'm sorry, man. I'm vetoing that one. I'm going in, okay? Because you force us to have Magnify with the artifacts, and artifacts are cool. I want to use them, but they got Magnify in every single one, other than the stupid hat that nobody wants to use.
Docking
Anyway,
request
there's a rant,
accepted.
But I think it's worth saying there's no crafted alternative to artifacts. They're wholly unique, but they are forced Magnify. All right, let's go. Keep moving.
Companies can now own 5, 6, 7 territories and defend them easily. I haven't been in a war since the first 4 months of the game. Why is it so gated and so one-sided that a single company can own everything?
It was a decision we made early, and I agree they can, but when you look at the data, it's pretty rare actually to see a company own more than 3. However, all that said, I still agree with it, and it's something we're talking about pretty heavily internally, doing a review on and maybe making some adjustments.
And I think there are some minor scheduling adjustments coming out in Season 4 that will make this a touch harder because there'll be more overlapping wars. So.
Touch harder to own multiple.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But that's not, you know, that's one step. We'll see what the impact of that is. And I agree with Scott. We'll continue looking at this.
If you're going to gatekeep us from getting 700 gear score gear in PvP, why not allow us to obtain it through PvP progression or ranking system? Top 50% in arena access to 690, top 25% 700 gear score, top 5 to 10% PvP exclusive mounts, title, skins, anything?
I kind of like it.
So I'm going to address the first part of this question because I think that's the bigger one. Should we be gatekeeping? Are we going to be continue to gatekeep? And the answer there is no. Like that was not our intent. Was that we didn't want like only the good gear comes from PvE and not from PvP. So we are making a number of changes in Season 4 to address this. I think the first one is PvP weapon upgrading will be returned on and be working now, right? So you can get, when you get a cool champion piece of gear, you can now turn it to 700 gear score, upgrading it like you can other named items. That's going to be huge. So that'll be one source. The second thing is we are improving the caches that come out of OPR, and we all play OPR. I know the community loves it. So the quality of that loot will be better. It'll
Does
be
it
more loot
go up to
biased.
700
it'll
now?
roll higher. So I think that will also help. So, and this is one step. We'll continue to look at it. We, philosophically, we agree that we want PvP to be a way you can gear yourself out. That is our goal, and we're going to continue to push towards that.
Somebody told me that the items that come from Outpost Rush boxes, you can't get health on them. I don't know if that's true, but if it is, it's pretty bad. Maybe that's being changed as well. But yeah, I think right now, like PvP rewards track and Outpost Rush box, it's like super rare that you get any items above 675 points. So, I mean, as somebody who does PvE and PvP, I don't mind it, but I can see why some people find it upsetting. Let's go. Next question.
I'd like to see the freezing at login issue addressed. I have to end task and restart the game usually at least 3 to 5 times before it will launch properly.
Just don't
What
click
usually
anything.
happens, launch game, it gets to the swirling colors animation, and that is so lagged in like 3 frames per second. It eventually gets to a solid white screen and just freezes up. Sometimes that first animation will work, then at the AGS smile logo, it slows down and freezes up again.
Me too, and it wasn't like this at the start
So
of
I think that
it wasn't like
we have that fixed internally, and
Do you
so
guys get that issue,
fix
chat?
should be going out to players
yes, I do.
either in the next minor or the next major patch. I'm not sure off the top of my head.
Get a better PC.
Yeah, then they admitted it.
Is
Yeah,
the health
that was a month ago. It should have fixed by now. God damn it. It might be that he's playing on an HDD like me. It might be. They won't admit it, but I think you have to have an SDD to run this. It's too.
perk adamant going to
It's
get
too
easier to
much
get?
of a beast.
It is.
Yeah.
Right now, there is the one way you can get it through an
a bunch of
aptitude
you guys
test,
have
and
that
we're
issue.
looking at giving
Yeah.
other vendors
Oh yeah, we all had this. It wasn't like this at
Yeah,
the
season
first year of the
4, it will
game.
now be a part of the
It's a
general
bad problem now.
So-
That's why, that's why I say I would really like them to see.
dungeon.
Why can't you pause the video anymore? Even can't you even do that anymore? Jesus Christ, man, piece of shit software. Yeah, and like I don't know, I'm just like. Yes.
Warp drive
Oh,
active.
level 48. Fuck yes. We're going up fast. These auxiliary artists, like they're still XP, but I don't think the spiders will be. They were dropping like 30 even with the ring, which is sort of sad. Sort of sad. That's alright. Still stay on these because they make money. They really genuinely pay. Yep, those dark crystals and all that. Yep, they're still paying with the ring like 90 XP, which makes them still good, all the way to 72, something like that. Another whole level, probably all the way to 49, something. And then I'll be sad because I'll go somewhere else, but probably Fei Yin. Fei Yin is such a terrible run, but I mean, like, if you don't die, those golems, they pay good money, I'm fairly sure. Or you can just go to Ugot Grotto. I never really did learn Ugot. And it's not a very long walk. Can't believe I got to 50 this fast. This game's like different for me now. Now it's just a grind. It's not even like it's hard, really. Just nose your way through. You put your nose down through the fucking 10 or whatever it is, 100,000 mob grind. It's like 100,000 mob grind. It's so slow. You get like 200 a day, and every 5 days you get like 1,000, and every 10 days you get like 2,000. Every 100 days you've got like another 5,000 or something, and after what, 2 to 5 years you're done. It takes a while. Go north to this road. In a way, it's kind of like Fallout 76 if you think about it. It's instead of rifling through drawers, you're chopping trees and skinning mobs and doing stuff like that. But it's a lot like 76. It's the only other game I can think of that has a really super good loot system to it beyond EVE Online and FFXI. It's weird, like and Rust. I'm realizing now that like the loot system and the grind. Oh, what's this? Oh, what? You missed? Why did you miss? You're so annoying.
Glacial Tarn is quite good, but feels a bit empty. Are you planning to add more trash mobs to fill it out a bit more?
Yeah, it's only got 30 enemies in it.
Thanks. Yeah, we are liking the dungeon. I think it played well in PTR. It's super fun. I like the dichotomy of it and Forge a lot. We also agree with your feedback, and I think we heard it from a number of people in the PTR, that there were some dead areas in the expedition. And the expedition team is taking that feedback to heart, and
edit out, Jack.
We found at least 2 other areas where we're sort of creating a pack of trash. So we are adding some, and I think this will be sufficient. We'll see how it plays.
It's the first time I've ever heard a community asking for more trash mobs. I mean,
More
it's
trash.
fun as you're plowing through.
Any plans to ban exploiters permanently?
Oh.
It's so frustrating trying to play PvP with people who abuse bugs and exploits like the rapier one.
There's an
or
exploit
even
with a
worse,
rapier?
cheating. But what about bots and gold sellers? 2 years of game and still the same.
Dude, this is like the guy that comes into chat every day. He's always asking. He's always suggesting that we should just allow Amazon to sell gold because there's gold sellers and gold buyers, so they should just either ban all of them or allow Amazon to sell.
Yep,
gold.
allow them. Please allow them to RMAH. I want them to RMAH.
We have made a lot of progress in terms of our capability to detect and action players for gold selling, chat violations, botting, and exploits. So we do permanently ban some exploiters. Generally, our threshold there is relatively high, I would say. Like, we don't want to ban people that don't really deserve it or made a mistake or something. But, repeated abuse of an exploit where AGS has announced like, hey, we know this is happening, don't do this, or we've disabled some functionality or something because it's gotten too rampant. Like we've definitely acted on that. As far as like bots and like RMT stuff, we are every month we have ban waves going out. We have EAC like banned software detection, and we do hardware ID bans based on that. And then we, there's a lot of reporting going on, which is good. Like, if you see someone doing something in the game that's an exploit or toxic behavior, definitely report them. But we've also started to see some people doing reporting as a service, like kind of like to harass people essentially. And so that's something we're also detecting and banning. If you're participating in that sort of behavior.
That's good to hear.
So it's a lot to investigate. Like our CS team is super busy and our security team is super busy, but we're always making improvements there.
I think not quite fair to say it's the same thing as it's been. I think our CS team, our engineering team, our security team have put in a huge effort since launch to improve on this. And I know that if you see or you run into an occurrence, it's a problem and it's no fun. But we really take it serious, and it's a big deal. So there's been a lot of work by everyone to help with this stuff.
Would you please give an in-depth explanation of luck in New World?
Oh, here we go, dude.
Please, how long do you have?
Luck in New World.
So, super high level, there's two types of luck, right? There's gathering
3-hour
luck
video
and
chat, let's go.
Luck. And the gathering luck is specific to chopping down trees, mining, like the trade skills. And that increases your chance of getting like the rare special items along with whatever the base resources you were trying to harvest.
Yeah, we know this one. Gathering luck.
The global luck, though, is sort of applied to chests that you open in the world, not OPR or portal chests. Those are not affected by luck, but like ECR chests, loot drops from enemies and named enemies, and those kinds of things. And so the way the luck works is the luck bonus from the perk on your items, like those stack up. So 2%, 2%, 2% gives you 6% luck bonus. And that's just added to the roll that you make on a loot table or something. And so generally the way our loot tables are structured is you're going to have with more luck, you're going to have a chance to roll higher, which will unlock some things to now be droppable in some cases. Not all loot tables are set up that way, but it doesn't change how the gear score that drops or the perks or anything like that.
He did say
it's really just like
something.
whether something drops or not. And the things that are most affected by that would be like recipes and schematics, named weapons, for example.
Yeah.
And in named weapons, like if a named enemy can drop a bunch of different named weapons, like it increases the chance of you getting a named weapon, not a particular one.
The asteroid is depleted.
Okay.
So yeah, that's sort of in a nutshell how all that works.
There you go,
So
chat.
let me ask. Is it like, I'm trying to conceptualize this for people. So basically you have like a general loot bucket. And if I roll a certain number, I open up a better loot bucket.
Think of it as like a line, right? And so normally you can only roll in this range. And now when you add luck, it increases both your floor and your ceiling. So now things that are higher up on that line are now you have a chance to roll on, and it sort of like pushes up the bottom.
What he's not describing though, chat, is this line that he's talking about is like 3 miles long, and when you add luck, it adds about an inch to either side of it. It's almost negligible how much of a difference it makes. It technically does make a difference, but once again, the line is like 3 miles long, and you take an inch either side. So it's just so bleh. It doesn't do anything, man.
So we have different types of loot tables. We have what we call and or tables. So an and table is the higher your roll, you get everything, a chance at everything. And an or one is like you only get one thing, but now you can roll the better stuff on this end. And so the increasing the floor makes it less like you're going to get like common or like not great
How
stuff.
high does the ceiling go?
All the way. Generally, rolls are out of like 10,000, and so like a luck perk of like 1% is like a bonus of 100 on your roll, and so I think it really depends on how the particular table is set up and what rarity we want an item to be, and for some special things we have like pity tickers, right? Like for example, for the Rabbit's Revenge, we have like the chest and the mask, and you know after
with the turkey event as well,
200 and 400 kills or something like that, like you're guaranteed to get it. But for the vast majority of things, like just having more luck is going to make it more likely that you'll get it at some point. But all the rolls are still totally independent for the most part.
All right.
Dude, all right. I mean, I was gonna be said. Okay, I love the fact that Amazon does these videos. I do like the devs. I've had a chance to talk to Dave personally. I do believe they're good dudes, but man, I just think they shouldn't have bothered answering a question
Wait.
about look. I feel like it didn't really help anybody. It took up like 5 minutes of the video, and it's probably just made people angry. I don't know, man. I don't think I would have just picked any other question rather than talking about look. Whatever. Anyway, that's my opinion.
So, are there plans to address teleporting during races? It could be particularly frustrating when
Yeah,
your
it is.
faction has lower numbers and you are unable to assist by sending additional people to the point.
It is really annoying.
Yeah, so right now we don't have any plans to change the teleport mechanics. Right now, you know, it's a server stability issue. Like, combat is a very expensive operation, and so like we can only have so many people in an area before it starts degrading the experience for everyone else. So we kind of have to have some limiting factor that gets players out of that very dense block of activity. I do want to address the question though.
It's like what influence races were
because
designed for, though.
There should not be a situation where that two of the factions don't have as many players in that fight as they can get. So we have a per faction limit, and then we have a total PvP flag player limit.
Really?
And what that means is that, you know, we wanted,
I didn't
because
know
of the
it
server
worked that
scale
way.
issues I just mentioned, we wanted to give a little bit more wiggle room for, you know, two factions that were like really like going after it to have more players there. So the per faction limits are actually a little bit higher than what they would add up to for the total player limit. And so unless you're the third faction, you're kind of underrepresented, and both other factions are both very heavily represented there, you should not be in a situation where your faction can't get more people into that particular tower.
I don't know, man. I feel like
And the
when
towers are all independently.
like there's been a bunch of situations, unless this is a recent change, like there's a lot of marauders. So during the sort of first week or second week of the expansion, like pirates were everywhere. There was so many marauders, and then there was like a bunch of syndicate, and then we would show up as the covenant and we like bring like 20 people, and we'd like instantly get teleported out, even though there was barely any covenant in the fight. So it doesn't if that's the way it's working, it doesn't feel like it works that way though. You know, it feels like it doesn't choose based on faction numbers. It's just like, oh, there's 100 people there. 90% of them are marauder, but we're going to teleport you away rather than marauders because they're already there. I don't know. By the way, chat, the one thing, I get the frustration on the answers and stuff, but we're trying to keep it civil though, you know, just resorting to calling the dev's name or like, you know, putting down their intelligence or anything like that. Let's just keep it civil, okay? Remember, just chill, you know, because it's like the last thing, you know, if we want to get through to the devs, just being coherent, you know, and not like just, you know, throwing out names, it's not going to help anybody, okay? So let's just, I get the frustration. I get some of the answers are a little bit annoying.
It helps me. It helps me to call them fucking piece of shit, fucking software billionaire, software despots. It helps me. It helps me blow off steam. I'll say it right to their face. I'll tell you like I'll tell any fucking developer, motherfucking thief. You a motherfucking thief.
Here we go. Last question, I
why
think.
don't we get
Right to your
more info
face.
about why
Don't get me
certain
started.
changes? AGS just makes random explosive changes but misses to underline it with reasoning and goals for us to comprehend.
It's a good question.
The truth is, we have a 20-sided dice we keep in the back.
I thought it was the blind monkeys typing.
It's a dartboard.
Yes, it's a dartboard. No, I'm sorry you feel that way, and it kind of makes us sad because like one of the big reasons for this show is to talk about the why that Scott just went into some of and Dave does. On top of that, Dave runs another show that you may not be aware of called Balance of Power every Wednesday that talks about the balance changes and the reasoning behind it.
Not every Wednesday. Just the Wednesday following the Q&A update. Sorry, Mr. Man.
Thank you, Mr. Robin. I appreciate that correction on the spot.
Oh, Dude, Levin's
Some
getting
Wednesdays,
quiet,
Dave
dude.
has the balance of power update, and those are, another way to communicate with the players. So we'll take the feedback and we'll try to get better at it. It is something we've actively been working on, though. I just want to be clear so you understand that. And it's important that we explain the why behind stuff. So yeah, so we're trying, and I guess we'll have to try harder.
Yeah, I want to say, if they make a change, and you read the change in the patch notes, you shouldn't then have to go watch a video to have the patch. They should have a little bit of italics underneath saying why they made the change. I think that's saying that, oh, if you want to understand why we make these changes, you then need to go watch this video, and then from that video, there's going to be a document link down below, and then you click on the document, and then there's a password, you type the password, and then we have the explanation. It should all be compiled into one area for the players to be easy to understand. But yeah, that's what I think anyway. I appreciate the balance of power and everything on top, but it shouldn't be like that's how we go to get patch note explanations or whatever. I think. Again, just my opinion.
Okay, that is all I got.
All right, everybody. Well, that's all we're going to answer today. Thank you for the questions. We really appreciated the new format where we gave some parameters around the questions. We'd love to hear how you felt about it. If this felt a little more targeted towards stuff, but answer the questions you wanted us to answer. So let us.
This was brief. No, you can't.
The asteroid is depleted.
Oh, I thought Ashrathi died or quit or something. I thought Ashrathi died. What?
Friends, welcome back to another New World video. Today we're going to be watching the What's Next for New World. This is a developer update video. They typically upload these videos every Monday. I don't know if we're going to get one next Monday because it's Christmas. But we've got Scott Lane here looking very jolly. It's a 9-minute video, and it seems to be talking about the future of New World. Taking a little bit of a look at the spoilers here, we have an intro section. They're talking about cross-server, new artifacts, seasonal trials, seasonal events, main story quest fully updated, gamepad support, which is a pretty big deal. This could lead into console, which I thought could be a thing. Performance improvements, bug fixing, combat balance. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna get too excited, but I am feeling a little bit excited. It feels like things are a little bit glum right now in New World. So fingers crossed this is going to give us, I don't know, some positivity and something to look forward to for New World in 2024. With that being said, if you guys want to watch this video yourself, YouTube, I'll link it in the description down below. Twitch chat, I'll link it at the end of this video. Let's see what Scott has to say. Let's go.
Hello, everybody. We are here today to give you an update on New World.
Okay.
I am joined by Scott and Dave.
Scott and Dave.
And behind the camera is the puppet master, Mr. Levin, who did an amazing job on the last video. Thank you.
It was pretty funny, the puppet Scott.
And Chuck.
Who's Chuck?
Today, I know there's big expectations for us to come out with a roadmap. In full disclosure, we are going to give you some information on what's coming.
Okay.
But it's not going to be the full 2024 roadmap.
Okay.
For what it's worth,
I'll
2024 is a big year. We have massive expectations for the year and a lot we're working on.
Okay.
The thing is,
Sounds
we're going to
good.
wait a few months to give you a lot of that details because quite frankly, we announced the full roadmap.
Did you say a few months? We have to wait a few months for the full roadmap? Wait, hold on. Rewind.
A lot we're working on. The thing is, we're going to wait.
Wow,
a few
this
months
sheep
to give you
lasted
a
an
lot
hour,
of
I
that
think.
details because quite frankly,
We gotta wait.
we announced the full roadmap last year for 2023, and we missed a lot of stuff near the end because the longer-term prediction is hard, especially when you're adding big chunks of work.
So they announced the roadmap for 2023. This year's roadmap, 2023, was announced in February. So if they're saying that it's going to be a few months and they thought February was too late, then we might not get the roadmap until, what's after February, chat? March, April, May, sometime around then. If they thought February for the roadmap was too early, then yeah, we could be waiting until March. Probably April. Probably not until Season 5. We'll see though.
So our plan today is to give you a lot of information on what's coming between now and May. And then
Now in May.
in May, we're going to do another one of these, and we're committing right now to telling you everything that you're going to get for the rest
Okay,
of the
well,
year.
we all right. There's
Like I
this
said, we have a
roadmap
lot.
in May then, it
So
seems.
we're pretty excited about it.
Big announcement.
Huge.
So we gotta wait. We got 5 months for
With
the roadmap.
that, let's dive into what's coming up in the short term. So this first one we've talked about a fair amount already, so I'll go pretty quickly on it. It's cross-world expeditions with improved group finding.
Excited for this?
I think this is going to change the game. I think finding groups faster is what we all want.
One click to get in, no like linking gear, nothing. One click and I'm in. That's the goal. Get you into the content quick and have fun.
It sounds good, but man, you know that you're gonna press one click, and I hope they have some sort of system to detect. You know, imagine you load in and just it's 5 people with a life staff. Like you arrive into Empyrean Forge and you've got 5 people with a life staff. Fingers crossed, it's gonna have some sort of role queue finder or something like that.
Words for helping other people too is gonna be huge.
Yeah, especially for the harder to find, I'm not saying tanks and healers.
Oh, they did say there was gonna be role queue.
They'll
didn't
get
they?
extra rewards if they deem it appropriate.
The asteroid
we have 8
is
new
depleted.
artifacts coming out. You guys have a favorite?
They're already here.
You
Right?
go for it. Okay.
This was recorded.
My favorite's gonna be, I think it's called Tempest Fury, and it's the Great Axe where you just get to keep spinning and spinning and spinning. And
Oh, these are new artifacts.
I like that, and it's important to note it's the second great axe we've had. So a couple weapons we're doing a second version of.
Spin to
but
win.
We're doing like a different gameplay.
That's gonna be a fortifying whirlwind sort of thing then.
This.
Whirlwind great axe.
My favorite is actually a pair of gauntlets, where as you use them, you get these stacks that make your heavy attacks more powerful. So it sort of like changes the game. It's really
God,
good
dude,
for
that's gonna be so
people
good
who do
for
lots of
great
attacks.
sword.
get that momentum going.
Yeah, and
Jeez, dude, as if Greatsword didn't need some more buffs. Oh my god, this is gonna sound gross. Yeah, heavy attacks do more and more damage. Combine it with Serenity. Holy flip.
we use like if you're a fireball guy with this heavy or bow, like lots of
Yeah, it works with Fireball Tree with bow as well.
Sticking melee for some reason.
I know, but it affects all that.
All right, we have another one of our season trials.
That
coming
sounds
out.
cool.
This one is a 10-person one. It's Winter Rune Forge, and we actually we played it today.
10-person dungeon thing.
And it's pretty cool. It's hard. It's difficult right now. We'll see if it eases up a little bit by the time we ship, but it's pretty exciting.
Nice.
Yeah, I think what I like about these pieces of content is it's 10-person. They don't take super long, right? Like the goal of these is that you can get, in and out in sort of 10 to 15 minutes once
Yeah.
you learn the mechanics.
Yeah.
And I think especially the final fight in this, we literally just played a review of it today. Like it's very mechanic rich, lots of things for everyone to do, important coordination. I think it's just
For context, the last time that they have had a 10-person seasonal trial before, chat, it's this thing over here. I don't know how many of you guys have done it because it's not really super relevant content for the expansion onwards. It doesn't really make much sense. You can do it for what's the word? You can do it for Dark Matter, but outside of that, there's not really any reason. But it's pretty cool. It's quite casual. It's casual friendly, and you can jump in and do it for Dark Matter. So. They decided that this was originally just going to be here for Season 2 and then rotate out, but they decided to keep it as a permanent fixture. I think it's a good idea. It's a shame that it doesn't really see that much use these days, but if they're going to bring in another one of these, I think it'd be a good piece of content. Let's go.
fun trial.
And it's nice, as these get further into the release, people can start plugging them, and it becomes more doable. And it's another fun on-demand moment.
And I think, this is the second time we've done a seasonal trial, and I think with the hatchery, I think it was super fun content, but
That's what I just said.
Let's just say we're lacking.
Yeah.
They weren't worth the time you had to put into them.
I will say though, why not make the rewards better? You can go in and adjust the rewards. Why not do that, Amazon? You know, and then you can bring back some of the old content because you put all this time and effort and work into the hatchery and the sandworm, and nobody does it. So I mean, designing a new piece of content is cool, but you could just go back and update the rewards as well. You know, just saying. There's a little hint, maybe a little suggestion. And the other thing I wanted to say is, I'm glad that they're not doing another new dungeon, chat. Finally, I mean, you know, I do like my expeditions, but man, it's just every update, like new expedition, new expedition, new expedition, new expedition. I wonder if they're going to mention a new Outpost Rush map at some point.
So we learned that, and we're really pushing the rewards. I think, you know, one of the things we'll do is we used to have a reward for the first 7 times you did it a week. That number's going to come down a lot, like into the 1 to 3 range, so you can really punch up the rewards. So it should be cool.
We
Sounds
have
good.
some seasonal events coming. You want to walk us through those, Dave?
Yeah, we have a couple of returning
Springtide
ones
Bloom.
and some new ones. So Legacy of Crassus will be coming back. We have a brand new one called Year of Dragon that I think will be great. And then some other returning favorites, Rabbit's Revenge, Springtide Bloom. Obviously with
Springtide
these,
Bloom.
you know, the game has changed, so the board schemes and all these will change. So those are some of the cool events going on.
Yeah, and we're going to do a Forged in Eternum episode, I believe, Mr. Levin, on Year of the Dragon, coming up very soon. He gave the thumbs up, so that's a yes.
It's going to be next week then?
Can't get
Maybe on Wednesday?
Of course, there's going to be more seasons passes and rewards for every season. The MSQ is going to be finished, you know, and this was one of those that I mentioned earlier that we were hoping to have done in 23, but it's going to move into the first part of 24. It's something we're really excited about.
MSQ is main story quest line
different
for anybody who
experience
doesn't
now.
understand the abbreviation. The main story basically with
Are
Isabella.
you re-rolling a new character to play the whole experience through?
At least one.
With fresh out service.
Yeah, at least one. Yeah. And there's another feature coming out that we haven't talked about yet, which is full gamepad support. We're pretty excited about that. And
Yeah, dude.
whoever saw the gamepad up there, one of these episodes, was not totally wrong.
It was Jay.
But I think it's feeling really good. With the gamepad support, it's going to come some other changes to the game. Do you want to talk about
Yeah,
those?
absolutely. I mean, I think
Aim
the
assist
idea
with
here is we
musket.
want to natively support the controller. I think, you know, this will be our version 1. We will continue to improve like the experience, but for version 1, like we're really focused on the gameplay elements, and I think it's playing super well. You know, we have things like Lock On now, which will completely change the way the game plays.
Lock
We have
On.
various assists to make it easier to hit with projectiles and aim on controller.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think it feels good. Some different mappings depending on whether you're range, melee, or how you like to play.
This is going to become a very contentious topic. I'm calling it now. the aim assist, the musket bow. Here we go, chat. We're about to enter a new era. I'm telling you though, the reason why man, you should see Twitch chat right now. Kevin, Jack, we managed to get Twitch chat on the video for this. I'm telling you though, the reason why they're doing the controller support is because they're bringing New World to console. I'm telling you, it's happening. I bet Jay is saying the same thing right now. He's like preaching it. He's like, console! But New World's coming to console. I bet it. I bet it. I don't know if it's next year. He did say next year was a big year, but I think it's happening, chat. I really do.
Cross console would
keep
be
going.
so good for this
Also,
game.
we're doing
They
not
would
just
resurrect it.
in-game gameplay support, but we're also doing UI support to make the UI operate and feel better with it.
Yeah, the UI's got to be better.
And that's something we'll be looking for a lot of feedback from all the players on, like, how's the controller feel? How can we make it better? Where should we push it? What should we do?
Okay.
Some other stuff we're focusing on, probably the whole year, but I want to, like for the first part for sure, performance improvements. We've seen a lot of feedback on performance, and
Outpost
we
Rush
have
feels like duty right
pretty
now.
massive efforts going on.
Hot garbage.
So I think you'll see improvements in the first part of the year and more as the year goes on.
Good.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of work in that regard, and it's going to be ongoing. But like a lot of the initial stuff is targeted to come out with season, with that season.
It's season,
Yeah.
season 5. Okay.
You
So
see
this
some
is in
more combat
March.
balance
Season 5 is in
improvements.
March,
We're hearing a lot
chat.
of the feedback. Just remember, like, if we hear it, it doesn't mean like we and all the players agree with it. So a lot of times we'll see like, hey, the fire staff is way too weak. Then the next one will say, hey, it's way overpowered. I know. I
Okay,
think
we
that
haven't heard that in a long time.
No one's saying
as an
that.
example, I was trying to be very
I was
useful.
gonna say.
But you often we see conflicting reports on stuff, so we have to rely on the telemetry in many cases to look at it and say what people are using, what's the success rate.
I think they need to buff how much damage Serenity does with heavy attacks.
And then we're two other big efforts for 2024, goals for the year.
Okay.
Bug fixing.
Okay.
We know that we have a lot of bugs in the game still.
Yeah.
I think we've done a pretty good job of improving it, but not anything that we're totally happy with yet. So we're going to continue to make that a huge focus, and we're probably even bigger than it's been. So our goal is to push that curve and go way down.
Squish those bugs.
And then more quality of life stuff. And some of that just comes naturally with the controller. Adding the controller, we want to make sure it's easy to move around and play the game. So you're going to see a lot more of that.
Salvage all. I love that season 4 here.
The asteroid is depleted.
But I think
what
the
is this?
takeaway we want you to have is
Hold on. Scott's gonna talk about it, but I gotta take a look first. All right, so this is like a little glimpse at the roadmap of February 2024. So cross server,
What?
Finder.
Shot right
Basically
through him.
Nothing's happening in January yet, so yeah, we can take January off. There's just nothing's in January. But from February to May, cross server, Expedition Group Finder, seasonal trial with the Rune Forge, season pass and rewards, gamepad support. Wait, there's a new season pass. Oh, because that's going to be happening in March, isn't it? New artifacts, 8 new artifacts for season 4. Season 5, I guess. So season 5, to my understanding, is in March. This current season lasts until the beginning of March. Main story quest fully updated, seasonal events, performance, bug fixing, combat balance. Okay. May is the major announcement and the roadmap. Alright, what do you think the major announcement is, chat? What is it going to be? A new Outpush Rift map? It's New World on console. I'm telling you, dude. That's it. Let's keep going.
come back in May to this video because we're going to make it, we're going to have a lot to talk about. And I wish I could spill the beans now, but I'd get in trouble, so I can't. But we're really, really excited about it.
Okay.
It's huge. At this point, we're going to
It's
say,
huge.
hey, everyone, put your questions here in the comments because
May.
tomorrow,
New February, March,
the
April,
day
May.
after we air this, we're going to be filming the community Q&A.
Oh, okay.
Anything else either of you want to add? See our shirts, how festive we are?
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Feel the might
They're
of
very
frost.
cozy, warm.
Looking very festive.
I think that's it.
Swimming. Do you think
All
I
have
just
a
announced swimming,
fantastic
chat?
holiday. Stay warm, stay healthy, and we will see you all in eternal.
Bye. Okay. I mean, it could have been more exciting, but it could have been less exciting as well. We've definitely had less exciting videos. I do like a little bit of glimpse into the future. Let's go back to that this thing here. So yeah, sadly, or at least it's good to know, chat. May is when we can get excited. We're gonna go into hibernation with New World. I did say I do think the play numbers and the general sentiment towards New World is gonna be quite low. I think January is probably gonna be our lowest player count for the game ever. But fingers crossed, this announcement will be something exciting. I don't know. I'm scared to get too hyped for it. And I do truly believe that, the reason why they're doing the controller support is because they're shipping up for console. And the reason why I say that, because vegans, why would they bring New World to console? It barely works on PC. They want to bring another MMO. So they're making a Lord of the Rings MMO. They're working with Embracer Group. It's not going to come out for many, many years, but the Lord of the Rings MMO is being published on console and PC and console. The Lord of the Rings MMO is using the Azoth engine, which is what good old New World use, and it has a very similar dev team. It's the same dev team that works in California. It's the Orange County dev team, which is Scott Lane and the gang. It's probably going to be a few different people. It's not going to be the exact same devs on both MMOs, but I think New World in a roundabout way is a test bed at this point. It is like the features and the content and the stuff that they implement, like cross-server queuing, all of these features will hopefully be in at the beginning of the Lord of the Rings MMO, which is still many years away. But yeah, I believe that they want to get New World working on console so that they can then prove that they can have the Lord of the Rings working on console. So yeah, it's gonna be spiky though, spicy. I don't know. We're in for some interesting times, but yeah, that was a cool look at the video. It's good to hear something, chat. It is good to hear something. Game bad support, seasonal events, 8 new artifacts as well. I wonder if there's gonna be another artifact life stuff. I wonder what the other artifacts are. Cool to see that they are doubling up though. Yeah, good to see that they are doubling up on the number of weapons. We'll have 2 artifact great axes now. Friends, that is going to do it for this YouTube video. However, if you guys enjoyed this one, as always, the old like and subscribe. If you want to see some more Baggins live, I do stream on Twitch many hours for many days. We'll put a link to the stream in the description down below. But that is it. I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Friends, Friends, welcome back to another New World video. Today we're going to be watching the what's next. So we've just got done with 3 of the Legacy of
Warp drive active.
Crassus bosses. The one in Brightwood is bugged, so I didn't actually do this one down here, but they can appear in Brightwood, Weaver's Fen, Morningdale, Evanscale Reach, and Eden Grove. So I just went through and killed 3 of them real quick. One was in Weaver's Fen, I think one was in Morningdale, the other one was in Evanscale. Every time we killed them, we got 2 boxes of loot. So 1 box of loot was called the Legacy of Crassus crate. I think this is the one that you can only get 3 times a day. So if I continue doing the event, I wouldn't get any more of these today, but I would still keep getting the Legion ornament. So let's check out the repeatable box first. This is the one that we can keep farming for it over and over and over again. It's pretty bad. Oh, okay, we get a legendary, but it is 625, so we can't bring this to the Gypsum Kiln. In fact, let's just confirm it real quick. Let's go to
Docking
the Gypsum Kiln with
request
that item,
accepted.
but I'm 99% sure that is not upgradable, which therefore makes it pretty useless. I mean, come on, Amazon. Why not at least give us a new loot table?
Drinking 1 gallon of water with a fork.
Health Divine Slash Protection. I mean, that's not, like, that's a nice set of perks, but it's 65. I guess you could use it, you could upscale it in Outpost Rush, but items called Matt's Blessing. I do not see it in the list of items. No. Okay, that's a shame. And 1 more box here. Very good. There we go. 680 PS. Those are pretty bad as well. So we got 2 blues, and then we did get a legendary, but it's 625. So pretty useless loot from those. Let's get rid of those. Maybe we get some dark matter from this at least, right? Full refracting. Okay, well, I mean, we got some dark matter. That's okay, yeah. And then the 3 times a day, so you can only get 3 of these per day. What do we get from these, Jeff? 680 PS on medium legs, health, spiritual fortification, vigor. Those are okay. And I think we can upgrade those at the Gypsum Kiln. Then we got Thwarting Strikes, Craft Mod, Obsidian Gypsum, 15 dark matter. Again. Freedom Craft Mod, 15 dark matter, and a helmet with refreshing, critical retribution, critical fortification, 625. Endurance needs to go all the way to 700. Yes, well. Hey, we get the Great Axe. That's nice. It's only 655, but I assume we can also upgrade this in the Gypsum Kiln. Another 15 dark matter, and a whetstone. Let's see. Can we upgrade those? Surely we can, right? Surely we can. Take the camera off so we can see them. Yeah, there it is. So we can upgrade this to 700 Gearskull. Obviously, upgrading is kind of expensive, but I do believe in the case of this, Enfeebling Maelstrom, Thwarting Strikes, and then we put like Refreshing Move on as the 3rd perk. That would be a pretty solid Great Axe for in a lot of situations. That'd be pretty good. So this is the best piece of loot in my opinion. It doesn't really seem like it's worth farming the event multiple times, so I'd probably only do it 3 times a day just to get the named items. Overall, pretty meh event, but definitely worth doing the 3 times. So there we go. That's a quick look at the Legacy of Crassus event. Not super exciting, but yeah, do it 3 times a day. One other thing that we didn't include is how to actually farm the event, like how do you actually do the event. It's the same as every other sort of boss event in New World. So right now, the one in Brightwood is bugged out, so if you go there, it doesn't actually spawn. I don't know if that's going to be the same on every server. So we're just looking for the icon to pop up. If you mouse over it, you can see it's Brightwood, Weaver's Fen, Morningdale, Evanscale Reach, and Eden Grove. So we just need to fast travel somewhere reasonably close. And you basically just walk over to the location. You can't do it on your own. Recommended players is 20, but you just basically go there. And you kill the banners, and then you kill the bosses, and then you get the loot. So it's very straightforward. Just need to find it on the map, fast travel nearby, run over there, kill it with a bunch of players.
Gonna get something to drink. I'll be right back.
It. It's just the same as the Winter Convergence boss that we just had before, or any of the boss event in New World.
split mob. Berries. Can you control what's on your compass? Oh, good, you can. So, you're just showing me that it spawns there? Okay. Itchy. is that? Is it Crassus or whatever? No, what the hell is that? Oh, it is Crassus. believe I'm gonna stop playing EvE here. It has been 17 hours of EvE, and I don't think I'm gonna play any more of it. I think that's enough of EvE today. Let's watch it. It seems like it's pertinent to me.
Hey everybody, Eccentric here. This video is going to be a short guide on how to learn to play Pharaoh in just a few minutes. To get right into it, we'll start with the rotation. For this
is retail. I have no interest in this. Oh boy, YouTube surfs so badly now. Wait, maybe it's something to do with something else here. No, you have it turned off. We're good. DDO podcast. When we're building the future of Fallout. Ooh, it's a new Channel 5. That'll be good. I'm getting towards the end here. I'm about to fall asleep. Yeah, I believe we can stop here. Yeah, this was a great New World session. Got a lot done.
Hola, mi nombre es Andrew Callahan y estás mirando Canal 5. Hoy estamos en la frontera, en una ciudad que se llama Gringo Pass. Muy
Is there something to do with New World? It must be. These games like sap away the
cerca
Google.
a Mexico. I'm a gringo myself, trying to pass the time and figure out what the heck.
Alright, you stop. I don't want to spend another sheep. Just kill it. We're good. Yep, I'm brain dead. I should cease to function now. I can sense it. I'm not.
What's going on? I've been
I'm
hearing
not
a
ready
lot
to
about
keep
the
going.
border crisis.
The surge at the southern
Just
border.
pause.
10,000 migrants a day.
Border.
Just pause. There you go. Oh, and now suddenly you had the bandwidth to work, huh? No, I don't think so. Hurry up, you. There we go. Cool. Alright. Why did we suddenly lose frames? Oops. I don't know. But I do know that... Is the Las Vegas sphere worth it? I don't know what that is. Okay, sorry, I just wanted to get my bandwidth back there after shutting down games and such. Okay, so I'm going to close my session here, guys. Thank you so much for paying attention to me today. I had a lot of fun. I don't think I got angry today even once, really, or I mean, I did a couple of times, but I didn't even yell today. You can tell I'm doing pretty good, and I think it's been a very good couple of sessions and stuff. So on that note, I'm going to go to bed, but just a reminder, you have been watching skycat.live, or sorry, my website is skycat.live. You've been watching Skycat Live, and I'm a full-time variety gamer all day, every day. Put me on in the background. Click on the cat's face to donate. And thank you so much for your time. This session will be, was recorded in its entirety. It was 17 hours long, and the stream was 13 hours and 21 minutes. So thank you for hanging out with me. The whole session will be posted today. It will be up by this evening sometime. And I will go to bed here. It's like 12:30. I'll probably be in bed by 2, something like that. And sleeping until probably midnight or 1, and it'll be kind of a late Sunday start for me, but you know, that's all right. And so we're gonna stop the stream here, but I want to thank you so much for your time, and I love you guys. And give me a like, follow, like, sub on Twitch. I'm affiliate of Twitch, but not affiliate of YouTube. So if you want to sub to me on YouTube, you could come to the cat's face to donate instead of Patreon or all those other sign-in processes. If you just want like a PayPal donate, it's right there in the cat's face. Thank you so much for your time, guys. I had a lot of fun today. 17 hours of gaming, got a lot done on all the games, made some money, spent 500 million on EVE Online, and got 2 levels on BST on Final Fantasy 11, and I played New World for goddamn 12 hours or some such, and reconnected with New World. That was pretty fun. And yeah, I think I even played Fallout 76, I think, today, didn't I? Logged in, but I did. I played some Fallout 76 today, and I got to my caps limit and I quit. So it was a really good game. Got a really good day. A lot of stuff, good stuff. It'll be a good video with a long title full of games in it. So thank you so much for your time, guys. I gotta go before I'm too brain dead to even upload the video. I love you guys. Thank you. Bye. Okay, good. I'm gonna go to the bathroom now and then come back and deal with uploading. And and I'm gonna kill this video. Sorry.